probably one of the most relevant kind of subjects that we've got today. And I think of Leonardo da Vinci and his famous drawing of man, the measure of all things. It's how the human bodies fit into space and the environment, which, as we all know, is constantly changing. So I think it's a huge subject. It's a really quite an exciting subject to be expressed. And I think actually it's very successful in the way that it combines traditional form of dance, but also with the digital arts. I think it's a really successful combination, and I think the ideas are expressed very clearly.
I think that the artists were able to make the right adjustments with the technology to make it work. They were able to train the dancer and work, and this is very important actually, they were able to work with the technology and the dancer so that the technology isn't laid onto a dancer, it's all together. And so the dancer becomes familiar with the latency issue, for example, in a sort of visceral, personal way. And she can accommodate it and work with it. And she ends up dancing with the technology instead of having the technology on her dancing body.
It starts off with a very recognizable physical being, which then transcends. It metamorphoses into something extraordinary and really beautiful, but also quite threatening and horrifying. And I think the subject is quite overwhelming, actually. So it takes a long time to really sort of think around it. But visually, I think it's very striking, and I think that works very well.
这个舞蹈其实有别于别的舞蹈了，它有很多的创新啊。这个创新是指舞者的理解以及编舞者、创作者的这种想法，对艺术的想象力、对人的思考看得很激动以外，我也非常高兴地看到这样的一个有当代艺术所有的最新的技术的特征，又是一个完整的、非常引人入胜的一个舞台作品。
It's really the life journey. I mean, this piece is the life journey in its entirety, from the breath and being in this space and being awakened and waking up to the body's energy and letting the body flow, and then going into the darkness of the feminine, the yin, and to be spreading that on the earth. Is the journey that we human are invited to take in this three-dimensional world. And it's the journey that I hope everyone could take in their life.
First of all, I have to say I was very impressed by the performance, and I was really happy to see it live finally. And I thought it worked really well here in Linz. Also, well, the space was also really nice because of, it was this big church, so this gave a whole dimension to the piece, I think. So this was great, and but yeah, from a general point of view, I was really impressed with the piece, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought the structure was quite clear with the 4 parts. They were quite quite well put one after another, and it was really, I think, understandable for the audience. So this is really good, and I thought the pace was good too, like the rhythm of the whole piece was really, really nice. Like the proportion of each part was good for me. It was making sense. First thing, it might be a bit too long. That was the first thought, but then we thought it was also interesting and quite powerful actually, because it kind of helped the audience to get in a special mood. Like it's like a meditative mood actually, and like entering something really. And and we were saying there's this stillness from you. At one point I was thinking, do you need to be on the stage, because you're still, and there's a sound going on. But then I thought it was really interesting that you're just there and being still, because you still have a presence there. And this moment of stillness is quite important actually, and unique. That's what we were discussing also last night, that you don't encounter stillness in our society, in our everyday life. So this is a good opportunity to experience stillness, emptiness, kind of. So I think this is interesting.
I think because Jeff didn't say anything in that part for me, for dancers. So I just stand there and feel the voice, and I can some image in my mind. Some image like a running image, or the voice give me some image, so I can image hold the movement in my mind. So maybe I'm staying there, nothing, but my mind is running, and I can into the first body deeper because the voice.
It's really remind me as when the audience sing the piece, if you always tell them something always, it means that the audience will be really passive way. But if you put some space for the audience, they can become interact with the audience. That's a good point.
That's right. I just heard a really nice comment yesterday at the Post City space, where someone was saying that he went to see your show, and that was the kind of show that makes him know why he's coming to Ars Electronica. So that was really nice.
It's really a great compliment.